people, welcome to the Road to Sigmar. I'm Benjamin Cornelius, and today we're going to be talking about community, what we got going here in our local community, how we can see it grow, the things we're doing to prepare for some tournaments coming up, and just the things I've been working on myself. So let's get into it. All right, so what I've been doing my hobby, right? So exciting times here in the world of Age of Sigmar. Yeah, there's so much coming out. So we are, the Ideneth Deepkin just got talked about at Adepticon, which is super exciting. The Daughters of Cain stuff's really great. Seems like everybody's putting together snaky ladies. And Death got this amazing book and all these, new fun toys, or at least spells and abilities, and it seems like more fluidity through the whole army. I'm not really sure. And then also Maggotkin that my boy James is working on seems super cool, and there's a lot of fun tricks to be had there. I think there's a lot of stuff in all of this that it's going to take months and months to sort out, and meanwhile everybody's still going to be playing Change Host, but that's what people do. So I am not playing Change Host though, but I am going to go ahead and cop out. I played in a tournament a few weeks ago in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It's the guys who are going to be running the Iron Realms, which is Iron Halo, the Age of Sigmar side of Iron Halo. It'll be two different GTs this year, which is exciting. I think we'll be able to get the numbers there. Hopefully, it sounds like there's a lot of buzz for Age of Sigmar right now in the community. So personally, I played 3 great games at this RT, and it was so good to get back into a tournament setting. I've been playing in the Escalation League, which is super fun, but I'm so not used to playing lower than 2,000 point games. But it has been helping me to kind of reconfigure my army and figure out how I want to play it and really what it's capable of doing. Because honestly, I played the same list for a year, which I think is was great for me learning the game and great for me to get into the game. And now I'm excited to add to it. I think I originally said I'm going to stick with it for 2 years. And I'm changing that. And you know what? It's kind of fun to try new things. It's been a while for me, so I'm excited. So I played my first game right out the gate at the tournament was a Change Host. And great player, fun guy. He, was quick with it. Went quick. I just kind of flanked him and took out the summoner real fast. And then from there, just got the big bird and tore down through his lines. And Murder Host got it. That was great. That was helpful. It was a good start to the tournament. And then next I played a guy, a good dude up there. We have Buck, and he had a Zinch army with Archeon, and that was fun. Getting to kill. My highlight of that game was killing Archeon. I guess the highlight of that game was winning, because it's fun to win games. But then Archeon being taken out was pretty awesome. I also rode up there with a good dude that I had just met here in Oklahoma City. Scott was incredible. He drove. We split gas. It was a good time. My last game was against Eric from up in Wichita, and Archon's spell. Yeah, it just deletes a unit. You learn something every time you play. Don't put your shit out there to get had, because that shit will delete your unit. And so it deleted a giant unit of bloodletters, and then it was kind of disheartening, and then the rest of my army fell apart. But I learned a lot. Now I know, don't let Archon do that. So it was a fun tournament. I ended up coming in 3rd place, I believe, which was pretty good. I was at the top table against Death. Eric deserved all of it, even though he did play against the Ringer army. I just want to put that out there. Eric, come on, dude. You played against the Ringer army. Now, granted, the Ringer army was a Aetherwing, I think. So, not really that much of a ringer. Anyway, great tournament, great group of guys. The guys from the Flying Monkey came down for that, or at least Bam did, and Eric was with them. Eric's going to be actually the one who's running the Flying Monkey AOS GT at the Flying Monkey convention up in Wichita in June. So it was really cool to get to actually meet him, and Bam and I had met at the Iron Halo previously, so it was cool to catch up. We all had lunch together. It was a great time. 2.5 hour drive from here to Bartlesville. Bartlesville is in the middle of nowhere, just north of Tulsa, which is, there's no reason to go to Tulsa. So I don't know why people live in Bartlesville, but they do. So we drive up there to play Age of Sigmar. And then, so playing that, and then I was like, there's some things missing from my murder host. I would like to have the week after that, still playing in the escalation. We were at 1,500 points then, and a buddy of mine came over to the house to play a game. So he had the Gore Pilgrims formation, and I'm running the Murder Host formation. We're a battalion, so we're like, you're just seeing what happens. In that game, I had a turn where nothing made the charge. I rolled 1s and 2s, and even on the rerolls, which sucks. That's not what you want to happen when you're a Khorne player. But it was fun. He rolled over me, but I really got to, I'm sitting there thinking, how can I make my list better? How can I make my list better? And I have pushed against doing Gore Pilgrims for a while. But it's just so good, those prayers are so helpful in the spells. And then I also, talking to a buddy of mine, Frank, out in Orange County, he's like, hey, did you know Everchosen can ally with Khorne, with Blaze of Khorne? I did not know that, but now I do. So I've got me a Gaunt Summoner, and I'm going to add him, because that's fun. Get to throw around a little spells. And then also, I'm adding a Jabberslythe to my army, which I've been working on painting up. You might see it on my Instagram account. I'm super excited about that because that's a big, fun, stompy monster to kind of just scare people. It's 120 points and 10 wounds. So, I'm happy because I was happy with my list at about 1750. And I was like, I could add a couple 100 points and see where I'm at. I took out, I instead of taking 3 Slaughter Priests, I'm going to take 2, and so I'm going to add the Gaunt Summoner and this Jabberslythe, which is real funny to me. So we'll see how people react to that thing. I think it's going to be great as a distraction from my 2 Bloodthirsters. So I have 2 Bloodthirsters and this big stompy Jabberslythe coming right up and licking people. And then also making them go crazy and not be able to hit. Let's see how many 6s I can roll with that. Look at the rules for it if you haven't. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I'm prepping. So I've been painting up my Gore Pilgrims and my, all the stuff that goes with that. So I have 20 models, well, then plus the little familiars for the Gaunt Summoner, but 24 models that I'm trying to get at least tabletop ready for a tournament here in Oklahoma City on the 31st. So if you're in the area, come New World on March 31st, and we're playing in RT. I think 8 people are already signed up and ready to go. I'd like to see more, or maybe 9 now. I think Duncan from the old what's he call himself? Dunkalicious from Flying Monkey. He's gonna be there too. So all the kind of local, the Bartlesville guys are coming. He's there. He's coming from up there. He's hoping to get Bam to come down with him. We'll see. And then quite a few local guys. The Escalation League's still going strong. We're at 1750 points. It's been cool. to see all the games being played, and it's so cool because it's all across the city. So Oklahoma City's very spread out. It's very big in that sense. Not it's like small and it's like this gigantic small town where everybody knows each other. No, the it's such a spread out area. To drive from one side to the other is about an hour drive when there's like no traffic. When there is traffic, it's about an hour and 15 minutes because we don't really have traffic here in comparison with you fuckers out in, you know, Orange County or San Diego. But it is a long way across. So to get people playing from Norman to Edmond, from Yukon and to Del City, it's been pretty rad to see everyone. And I've got to meet lots of different people in the middle of that. And it gives us something to point to. It's like, hey, we have this thing going on. So people keep getting at it even after getting up this high in the points. And I think something like 60-something games have been recorded so far. And that's like an incredible feat. I'm stoked to see all these people get their armies together. And hopefully we're starting that that next tournament is on the day that we start as a 2000. So people are going to be able to get all of their 3 games in for the league at that tournament. And yeah, that's pretty amazing. And hopefully it continues to grow like this. I think it might. So I'll talk more about that. Let's change sections. Communities. I'm part of so many communities. Let's see. Man, I'm just gonna hold my glass. I think more fit in it, but I don't think I have any more in here. I'm feeling all like homesick for my other home of San Diego. So I just spilled the rest of my beer on my hand. So that's Modern Times. If you wanted to know. Modern Times beer, sour, tropical fruit, ghosts. It's good in my belly. So, community building. What a hard fucking thing to do, right? So, everybody has opinions, and some people don't like each other, and some people don't give a shit, and some people just want to roll dice, but other people hold massive fucking grudges. So how do you get all these people who have the same interest in one thing to focus on that one thing and leave all the other shit behind and show up and play together? Well, it seems like you just try to get things going, right? What I've been doing is talking to as many people as I possibly can. So I'm still in the groups that I was in San Diego because there's a lot going on there. And then now I'm in groups here, and I'm just, trying to be friendly and personable as I am because people fucking like me. So I'm using that and going and talking to folks and saying, hey, you like this game? I like this game. Let's roll some dice. So that's been fun. The Escalation League's really helped. The guys over at New World really headed that up. Skylar and Rob and Michael are all the key points on that. And they're talking about running that some more. And I think that's amazing because I can't make that happen because I know a lot of people here, but I don't have to run anything when they're doing that shit. That's fucking amazing. So I think if you are community building, one, get out there and run something if you want something ran, because the reason shit's not happening is because you're not doing it. Two, if other people are doing it, fucking support them. Man, I love the fact that the guys up in Wichita are running this badass they have a GT. They do the Flying Monkey GT. I guess it's been a thing for a few years. No one would know that because it's in Wichita, Kansas. And who the fuck goes to Kansas, right? Kansas is where you drive through in order to get your weed in Colorado. But apparently they've been doing shit there, and they built a city called Wichita, and then they started playing games there, and they have like a GT. Who knew? Now, I'm telling you, they're running a convention. So they're not only just doing a Age of Sigmar GT or only a 40k GT, but they're doing both of those. I think they have Kings of War. They have a 30k narrative event that apparently is sold out. I'm sure you could knock on that a little bit if you're into it. And I'm just like, hey, let's get more people there, so they have to put more tables. So I think they're pretty close to being sold out on the Age of Sigmar. Sold out, so they need to like add more tables. They need to build more terrain and have more space for it, because 20 people isn't enough for a GT currently. So we need to like get them on the ball. So if you are anywhere within driving distance or flying distance, because apparently now Frontier, let me just be a spokesman for all of these things, Frontier Airlines is flying into Oklahoma City directly from San Diego and wherever else Frontier flies from. So tickets are only like $125 round trip. Who the fuck can't afford that? If you're going to GTs, that's super cheap, because from here it's only a 2-hour drive up to Wichita. Rent a car, go up there. Their hotel is amazing, so it's like $100 a night, and then you get free dinner, free breakfast, and free drinks. That's awesome. It's going to be a great time. I'm stoked about it. June, look at their website, Flying Monkey GT, Google that shit. Or Flying Monkey Convention. Woo! This is number 2. These things get me fast. So that's dope. I'm gonna support that. I'm helping them with some terrain. I'm gonna like promote the shit out of it. I'm gonna tell all my friends, be there. So then we have that. Then we have Iron Realms up in Bartlesville. Those dudes are top notch, and it's cheap there. So you get, all of the great amenities at the hotel for nothing or whatever, the money that it costs. And, you can fly into Tulsa and drive to Bartlesville in like 45 minutes or something like that. So, and then there's also the Slobber Knocker GT, which more information is coming on that soon. It's going to be in September. The fly directly into Oklahoma City. The venue's dope. It's going to have a bar. Someone's talking about shuttle buses that go from the venue to a hotel, because it's not actually a hotel, but the venue's big and giant, and they have enough room for as many people as we can get there. So we need to get a lot of people there. So I'm just going to play hype man this year. I don't really, I've made the goal of building enough terrain for myself to run a GT next year. My kids limit me on that. Look, 3 toddlers, it's a lot. And we just now finally got to a point where we could hire someone to help us a little bit part-time. And that's super exciting, because I think it's going to get me to play more games. But also that means, I'm still not ready to like be gone. I can't be gone even like once a week. It's more of like once every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks type of deal. But my wife's super generous and makes time for me to go to some tournaments. So, and I think I'm going to travel this year a little bit, talking about LVO next year, talking about SoCal Open for sure, because like my wife's like, yeah, we can go to San Diego. I think there's a GT in Murrieta, which is up near Riverside. If you know California, you know that. That's in June, because I'm traveling out there in June. So it's going to be a busy season. I'm stoked to get a bunch of games in a bunch of different, a bunch of different tournaments. Really, tournament playing is my favorite thing. You get to meet a lot of people. Most of the time, everyone's cool. And I think that it's going to be a fun year in the land of Sigmars. So, let's close this thing out. All right. So, quick episode here. I want to, just wanted to get something out. It's March, and I'll let you know how it's going. Oh, I've started working on my display board for my army. I've got about 30 trees to build. I got so much going on. I keep jumping around to all the different projects, and it's really just all like, if I would just focus on something, I'd finish something, right? That's how we do it. That's how we do it in this hobby. So, there you go. Another episode down. Hey, everybody, keep being cool to each other. Let's grow this thing. Let's see more people playing, right? It's super exciting. A lot of people are coming back from when they used to play fantasy. They're jumping back into the game, into Age of Sigmar. A lot of new players out there. If anyone has any questions, feel free to message me. Ask me. I can point you at least in the right direction if I don't know the answer. You guys are all great. Love you so much. Peace. You're the best.